Okay, tell me if you guys can hear me or not. I'm working on it here. Who's out there? My Flock, Troll Patrol, Brandy, how you doing? Can you guys hear me? Maybe I need to turn that down a little bit. I'll have to do a live test before we continue. I don't know if I'm too loud, too low. I don't know. You guys have to tell me. Okay, let me go back. Okay, if I turn that down, tell me, what do you hear? Do you hear music or do you only hear me talking? Anybody? Anybody? My Flock? Is Brandy here? Hello, Brandy. How are you, my friend? Can you guys hear me? I am working on my new audio before I get started here. And I want it to be perfectly clear before I continue. Troll Patrol! How does it sound out there? Somebody tell me. Music. Okay. Now, when I turn that down, does it go silent? Can anybody tell me that? And then we will continue. I can turn it up. Okay, thank you, Brandy. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, but if I turn it all the way down like that, do you hear me turning the volume down? Once I have that figured out, I'm ready to go. No, down a tad. The music is, I think I have it on mute right now. Okay. We'll get this figured out. You guy got me. Okay. All right, yes, the music. Okay. Now it should be completely silent. Tell me what you hear out there. Hello, is it yes, Comlet, how are you? What do you hear? Right now, I have everything muted. Okay, good. Yes, off. Susan, how are you? Just you. And how does the audio sound? Because I'm working the control over here, so I don't really know what it sounds like. You have to tell me. I think it sounds pretty good. Doing good. Glad to hear. Yes. Okay. Thank you. We are going to go here. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm working on it. Oh, you like the moon globe? Thank you. I love it.
It seems especially appropriate to me that we should be holding this conversation here in this cathedral. After all, we have an extraterrestrial treasure that is built right into the fabric of this building. As one of our panelists for tonight's conversation, Dr. Wilkinson, so eloquently wrote in his book, Science, Religion, and the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, a book, by the way, I highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
In his book, he wrote, quote, "In Washington National Cathedral, the stained glass space window features a moon rock returned to Earth by the crew of Apollo 11. This 3.6 billion-year-old rock is encased in an airtight nitrogen-filled capsule in the window, which features stars and orbiting planets. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins delivered this 7-gram sample from the lunar Sea of Tranquility during a ceremony here at the cathedral on July 21st, 1974.
Hello, Liz. How are you?
And I did not see political division. What I saw.
Okay, one more thing. How did it sound? I'm trying to get it figured out live. It's the only way to do it. I know it sucks. I know it's annoying, but it's how you have to do it. Hey, Knock, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing very, very good, my friend. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm healthy. I'm alive. Everybody is here. Now, could you guys hear that audio? Yes or no? Anybody? Sounds good. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Already answered that, and it sounded great. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll continue. Yes, you know, I'm learning on the job here. I'm like that new guy at work that's really annoying that, you know, you're trying to train, so you have to forgive me.
From that perspective, looking back at our home, I saw that we were all in this together. Now, if we have life on this earth, to answer the second part of your question,
Bill Nelson,
do I think in these billions of stars that are in our galaxy, and there are billions, if not trillions, of other galaxies, is there the opportunity for another star,
okay,
a
listen.
sun,
They're admitting
to
it.
have planets going about it? Yes, I think that. Who am I to limit life right here?
So, DNI Haynes.
That God beckons us into the great mysteries of the universe, where we can discover, I believe, divine footprints wherever we go. After all, the Bible teaches us that God created all things.
I mean, do you realize what they're doing here? This is the Vatican, the religious community admitting to aliens, admitting to UFOs. You have the DNI, Avril Haines, admitting we're not alone. Let me get back over here. Admitting that we're not alone. Okay. Now, appointed by Biden, Avril Haines, DNI. You know, it all ties into what happened, I think, with the USS Nimitz, the Pentagon. They're admitting it. You know, I think it was like this, like kind of drip thing at first, but now, you know, they're coming right out and saying it. I mean, they're literally at, you know, in a church right now talking about UFOs and aliens and how we're not alone. And the whole, you know, little interview is like 2 or 3 hours long. You know, you got to go back and, you know, check it out or whatever, but it's insane. I mean, they have all these different guests on there from NASA, from the Pentagon, from the DNI, admitting, you know, that there's this technology out there flying around the skies with impunity, and they have no idea what it is. We'll continue. Long time no see. Brandy, there's my friend. How are you?
And that God created all things good. So let us venture out into God's good creation, because we never know what we just might find.
You damn right, buddy.
Thank you.
Senator Nelson, NASA just announced a new project to work with the scientific community to assess, are we alone in the universe?
He is a
reptilian. What do you hope to accomplish?
But I like him.
Well, I've asked our science mission director to propose a series of scientific goals as we look out for life in this universe. First of all, we're looking for life right now.
Oh, yeah. We already found it, buddy.
That's why we have a probe on Mars. It's a big rover. It's as big as a Range Rover. It's got an arm, and it goes out and it drills holes and it puts it into a titanium tube, and we're sending a mission.
Okay. Did you hear what he said? Their number one goal is to find life on another planet. That's why we're on Mars right now, is to find life on another planet. Remember they talked about microbial life and bacteria, and is there water on Mars and all this bullshit, right? Now they're saying the quiet part out loud. Bill Nelson, the head of NASA, saying that, there's billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and we're not alone. In another interview, he talked about, talking to the pilots that, involved in the USS Nimitz, right? And he said, we don't know what it is. It's probably not a foreign adversary, and they think it's, from another world. And I agree. And I think all of you out there agree. Right? Brandy? Let's see. NASA admitting they are looking for life, not doing no dodging anymore. Yes, again, saying the quiet part out loud. We'll continue. It gets better, guys. Trust me.
That is going to go there and pick up those tubes filled with cores out of the Martian surface on that lake bed and near where it is obvious that a stream came down into that lake bed at one point.
Yeah.
And we're looking for signs of life there. We're looking for signs of life as we have these telescopes. The James Webb telescope going up in December. It's going to be positioned 1 million miles from Earth. And it's going to look away from the sun, and it'll pick a keyhole, and it'll look through it.
A keyhole.
And it'll look back into capturing light from 13.25 billion years ago.
With a B, billion.
That's almost to the time, 250 million years after the Big Bang. And we're going to see what we discover as it picks another keyhole and looks in there and trying to see planets in our galaxy, but maybe other galaxies that have a sun, and suddenly there's a dark spot moving across that sun, which would indicate a planet. And then we're going to try to get the chemical composition. So, do I think there's life out there? Yes.
Yes.
I cannot limit this universe to be.
Okay. Did you hear what he said? Do I think there's life out there? Y-E-S. Yes. Wasn't maybe. Wasn't we don't know. I mean, if anyone would know, Bill Nelson would know. If anyone on the planet would know, NASA, the head of NASA, he has all the intel, all the info. Bill Nelson knows we're not alone. Okay. And that's why I like Bill Nelson. A lot of people don't, but I do, and he, he wasn't even provoked with that question. He just said, do I think there's life out there? Yes. Yes, I do. We'll continue.
Just here.
So sensors that have made the identifications in 18 of these instances.
This is the new DNI.
Observers, I'm quoting, reported unusual UAP flight characteristics. You sorted these into 5 different bins. The last.
Listen to this crap right here.
Other. I want to ask you to share with the audience your takeaway after the completion of that report and what your own view is as you look at the evidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom line is that we don't understand everything that we're seeing, and that's probably not surprising to anybody in many respects. But it was a report that really Congress asked us to produce a report that assessed what we saw as the threat, essentially, from unidentified aerial phenomena. and what our sort of best understanding was of the different reports that we had identified. And it stretched over from, I think, 2004 through to 2021.
2004.
The different reports that you indicated, 144 of them. And we had different categories, as you said. So one of them was airborne clutter, another was natural.
Okay, that is the DNI, right, of national intelligence, saying they have 4 different categories. They've investigated hundreds of UFO cases, primarily through the military, and they believe, a good, percentage is otherworldly or unknown at a bare minimum. Basically, either our government's lying to us, that's probably the likely answer, or they know more than they're telling us. So, you decide, you figure it out. But again, this is a DNI, okay, talking with Bill Nelson, at the, the Washington Cathedral. Okay, so they're basically in a branch of the Vatican. Okay, the Vatican, they have this big giant telescope coming out talking about life on other planets. I mean, what more do you need? People say, when are we going to have disclosure? Well, it's right here. We already have it. You just have to know where to look. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, right? Hello, my flock. How are you? Don't forget to like, comment. Thank you, Brandy. We'll continue. I'm learning.
Phenomenon. Another was foreign adversaries. A fourth one was related to sort of U.S. government or industry developmental programs.
Right there.
Then the fifth one was other. And that basically indicated that we were pretty sure we weren't going to be able to characterize every single one of these reports in the various categories that we'd identified, because frankly, we were not able to understand everything about it. And
adverse and hostile conditions as we get ready to go to the planet Mars. And when we go to Mars, we're going to continue this search of understanding who we are, where we came from, and what was before us.
Let me back it up a little bit.
From reports that you identified.
The evidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom line is that we don't understand everything that we're seeing, and that's probably not surprising to anybody in many respects. But it was a report that really, Congress asked us to produce a report that assessed what we saw as the threat, essentially, from unidentified aerial phenomena, and what our sort of best understanding was of the different reports that we had identified. And it stretched over from, I think, 2004 through to 2021. The different reports that you indicated, 144 of them. And we had different categories, as you said. So one of them was airborne clutter, another was natural, phenomenon. Another was foreign adversaries. A fourth one was related to sort of U.S. government or industry developmental programs. And then the fifth one was other. And that basically indicated that we were pretty sure we weren't going to be able to characterize every single one of these reports in the various categories.
Okay. Let me break that down. Just 30 seconds. Okay. Talking about categories of, sightings and cases they've investigated, and now they have a category of other. Now, we know the government's coming out with this new, UFO branch, kind of like the ATIP program, the $22 million secret, not so secret UFO program, funded by your tax dollars. You're welcome, government. Now, okay, they're admitting, and that key date, 2004, they went back to 2004, the USS Nimitz, okay, the Tic Tac, the gimbal, they went back to that date and started investigating and said, we have hundreds. Now, we've seen 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 videos, but they have hundreds. I mean, and they're 134 classified as other, right? Air quote, other. Very interesting. I mean, why don't they release the video? Why don't they tell us what they know? It pisses me off, to be honest, right? I don't like when they treat me like I'm a freaking idiot, I mean, they're sitting here telling you exactly, basically, they're so bold about it now. right? I mean, they're telling you you're not alone. We don't know what's out there. At a minimum, it could be China, it could be Russia, it could be, something. They have no clue. Or do they have a clue? I think they really do. And they're just simply lying. They've been lying since Roswell, since the 40s, for 70 years. I mean, think about this. Your grandmother, your great grandmother, depending how old you are, has been lied to for decades. So, why believe them now? So I don't know. I think they're backed in a corner and they can no longer lie to the public. And it's blatantly obvious now that we're not alone. And, they don't have a choice. They have to admit it. We will continue.
Or is it we'd identified because, frankly, we were not able to understand everything about it. And
adverse and hostile conditions as we get ready to go to the planet Mars. And when we go to Mars, we're going to continue this search of understanding who we are, where we came from, and what was before us, and may be foretelling of what is the future. I think establishing colonies on the moon is the preparation
Here we go.
We need to go to Mars, because
the Artemis Project, NASA,
the moon is only a quarter of a million miles away. We can get there in 3 or 4 days and get back in 3 or 4 days. A relatively short trip, and we showed that we could do that back in the Apollo program.
He's a reptilian.
Mars is a different story. Mars, you got to get the planets aligned correctly.
Correct.
Unless you go there real fast with new propulsion technologies, which we are developing, but not developed yet. Unless you can sprint there in, say, 40 days. If it takes you 8-10 months to get there, you're going to have to stay on the surface for quite a while in order for the planets to realign to be able to get back in that period of time. So we're going to the moon to learn what we need to do as humans to survive when we go millions and millions of miles out to the planet Mars.
You heard that. Okay, let me hit pause right here. Again, Bill Nelson.
And I did not see political.
Let me ask you guys something. When I turn that all the way down, can you still hear the music in the background? Someone just say yes or no.
I saw it.
Tell me what you hear right now. Anybody? Brandy, Susan.
Now,
yes, they're basically going to build bases on the moon to prep in order to go to Mars. Okay, we know the Artemis project coming in 2024. I heard it was delayed to 2025. I don't know. But what you said? Yes, Brandy. What can you hear? You can hear the background. Let me hit mute. Okay. Still here. No, yeah, I think now it'll be turned off. But what they're talking about going to the moon in 2024. Okay. Let me blow it up here real quick. And building a moon base, VR robots, moon robots. I mean, I did a tour at NASA. I showed you guys the robots over there. We're going to have freaking VR, virtual reality moon robots on the moon that they can control like a little drone from NASA. Okay. Now they say they're going to put bases on the moon. We already have bases on the moon. We have tunnels on the moon. We have bases on the moon. But my thing is, what is the hurry? I guess not a hurry. Last time we were there was in the 70s. But why are they just so hell bent on going to Mars, getting to Mars, SpaceX? What do they know that we don't know is my point. Is it about science? Is it about, I don't know, trying to figure out if there's life on Mars? We know there's ancient civilizations already there, but what are they in such a hurry for is what I want to know. That is what, my burning question I have. Oh, crap. What did I do? Okay, those robots. Yeah, they freak me the hell out, Brandy. Like, for real, for real. Okay, let's see. Who do we have here? Brandy. Jeffrey, how you doing? Aliens, angels, demons, no doubt about it. We have Justin. The Chinese are already on the moon. Yes, the Jade rover. And I think the Soviet Union probably went there back in the 60s and 70s I know there was a hoax with the Soviet Union. It was basically this audio transmission that NASA picked up on, and the Soviets were pretending like they were landing on the moon, the great space race and all of that. But I don't know if it was a hoax. I mean, maybe they really did land on the moon before we went. 1969 is when we landed in July on the moon. And I think maybe the Soviets beat us there. And of course, we know they've been to Mars. We claim to be the pioneers of Mars. No, the Soviet Union, I believe, has already been to Mars. And, probably China, India, who knows? Right? Who knows? We will continue.
Of other galaxies? Is there the opportunity for another star, a sun, to have planets going about it? Yes, I think so. Who am I to limit life right here?
Okay, hang on. Let me pause that. I know it's probably loud, but I wanted to hear how that sounds in a minute here. Okay, no, the first wasn't seen until Jack Parker did a blood ritual in the desert, satanic blood ritual. The demons tricked even the president. I don't know, my friend. I don't really know about all that. Okay, let's see here. My flock mushrooms. Yes. We're talking about those Mars mushrooms. Yes, I'd like to get my hands on a few of those. Okay, hang on, guys. I want to pull something up here too. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Hang on. Okay. Avril, AVR. How do you spell Avril? AVRIL? There it is. Avril Haines. Now, oh, we don't want that. Okay. We're going to type in UFO. Sorry, guys. I'm having a hard time. My mouse is not working. Nothing works when you go live. Okay, let's get back over here. Uno momento, por favor. Okay. We're going to click on that. Okay, 1 minute, guys. I'll get this figured out. I want to, show you guys an article real quick, but I need to figure out how to pull it up. Chrome tab right there. And boom. Okay, I think you can read that now. Here it is right here. I mean, again, you have to think, like we just talked about, you have the head of NASA coming out. You have, Bill Nelson, the DNI, Avril Haines is her name, appointed by Biden, by the way. And now this is urgent bipartisan proposal for UFO office pushes new boundaries. Okay, now they're talking about another ATIP program for reporting, because according to our government, the problem is, there isn't anywhere to report all of the info, which I think, again, is complete BS, because they've been reporting on UFOs forever. Again, going back to Roswell, Project Blue Book, we can go way back to the 40s, 2004, the ATIP program. And now they're creating this new office, tax dollars, funded by you, of course, to create this new place where they can report UFOs. So, it's something I wanted to share because it is important. Because at least they're acting interested. At least they seem to be telling the truth. I mean, remember the big disclosure that was supposed to come in June of 2021 was a big flop, right? So I'm not going to get my hopes up here, but I think we're going in the right direction is my point. So Let's see, Brandy. What does Brandy have to say? New Space Force, then new offices for the more ways to hide money. Yes, it's all about money, government funding, lobbyists, things like that, of course. Haven't heard Looking Glass. Yeah, you haven't heard of the Looking Glass? No, I have not, my friend. Hang on, let me get one more video before I hop off of here. Again, guys, just a live test tonight. Let's see. Hang on, guys. And thank you for everyone being here. I'm learning, but I think I'm getting it figured out. The main problem I'm having is the audio. I can't hear myself in my headphones. That's why I keep taking them off. But I need to get a new adapter, and that'll probably fix that problem, I would think. I just want to joyride. Yeah, me too, Liz. If you have, what is it, about 20-something million dollars, Bezos will take you up there. Maybe Elon Musk will take you up there. Hang on, let's see if we can get out of here. 1 minute. Okay, we will go down, down, down. No, we're going to go over here. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that? No? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, there we go, right there. Okay. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I'm really trying to get this live thing figured out. We'll get it. We will, not only will we get it, but we will perfect it.
No, I think it looks. Oh, wait. There's another one coming at us, guys. Saturday, November 27th. There's 8 or 9 of us.
Now tell me that music isn't awesome. But look, you'll see the UFO make a right-hand turn. Crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna have faith. They don't understand. There's another one traveling with it. It just started moving with it. I have a very faint one right behind it. Going. Yeah, there's one behind it tracking it. Very.
Thank you. I'm learning. Justin, how are you, my friend? Can you guys hear the audio, the piano? I'm not getting in. Me neither. I'm claustrophobic. I'm not going anywhere. I told you guys I won't even ride in an elevator. Again, the whole mission was littered with UFO activity. Okay? Can you guys hear that? We'll try to put a filter on it here. I mean, look at that, guys. And again, okay, let me hit pause. Okay, so who do we have here? Mexi Mex, great track. Thank you. Troll Patrol. Brandy, don't trust my driving. You're a big softy. Enoch, yeah. Look at this gut. I'm a Texas boy, right? Who else do we have in here? I'm too damn nice. People tell me I'm too nice. You know, maybe they're right. Maybe they are correct. Let's see. Brandy, Liz packed lunch and snacks. Can't have you guys roaming the galaxy. Mama Brandy. Jeffrey says no. Elizabeth, man, you guys are coming in hot. Okay. At least Troll won't lose the ship. Knock on the other. Yes, I can't find my car. I ride a bicycle to work now because I can no longer, I can't find my car. Somewhere at NASA. I don't know. Everyone join Discord. Yes. Thank you, Brandy. Let me back it up here. I just want to hear this one more time of her. You know, I mean, this is so important, so powerful. And I don't know why other, you know, UFO channels aren't talking about this. It's insane to me, right? You know, I don't know, too busy arguing on Twitter. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but, you know, everybody should be talking about the DNI admitting we're not alone, right? You know, they're going to start up another multi-million-dollar government program to investigate UFOs. Like, why isn't anyone talking about this? Am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one. And where is Tyler? Hang on, guys. I'm trying to pull up that video for you. Okay, we will try this. Let me hit that button. Hang on, guys. Working on it. Right there. Here we go. Got it. Got it.
Especially appropriate to me that we should be holding this conversation here in this cathedral. After all, we have an extraterrestrial treasure that is built right into the fabric of this building. As one of our panelists for tonight's conversation, Dr. Wilkinson, so eloquently wrote in his book,
what they're saying,
Science, Religion, and the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, a book, by the way, I highly recommend. In his book, he wrote, quote, "In Washington National Cathedral, the stained glass space window features a moon rock returned to Earth by the crew of Apollo 11. This 3.6 billion year old rock is encased in an airtight nitrogen-filled capsule in the window, which features stars and orbiting planets. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins delivered this 7-gram sample from the lunar Sea of Tranquility during a ceremony here at the cathedral on July 21st, 1974.
And I did not see political division. What I saw from that perspective, looking back at our home, I saw that we were all in this together. Now, if we have life on this earth, to answer the second part of your question, do I think in these billions of stars that are in our galaxy, and there are billions, if not trillions, of other galaxies, is there the opportunity for another star, a sun, to have planets going about it? Yes, I think that. Who am I to limit life right here?
You would never hear NASA say that in the past, ever.
So, DNI Haynes.
One more time.
That God beckons us into the great mysteries of the universe, where we can discover, I believe, divine footprints wherever we go. After all, the Bible teaches us that God created all things, and that God created all things good.
All things good. People say,
so let us venture out into
aliens.
God's good creation, because we never know what we just might find.
Are they good or bad?
Thank you.
Hang on, let me fast
Senator
forward.
Nelson, NASA just announced a new project to work with the scientific community to assess, are we alone in the universe?
He's into 5 different bins. The last call, just other. I want to ask you to share with the audience
the most important part of the video right here.
Completion of that report, and what your own view is as you look at the evidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom line is that we don't understand everything that we're seeing, and that's probably not surprising to anybody in many respects. But it was a report that really Congress asked us to produce a report that assessed what we saw as the threat, essentially, from unidentified aerial phenomena, and what our sort of best understanding was of the different reports that we had identified. And it stretched over from, I think, 2004 through to 2021. The different reports that you indicated, 144 of them. And we had different categories, as you said. So one of them was airborne clutter, another was natural, phenomenon, another was foreign adversaries.
Weather balloon.
Fourth one was related to sort of U.S. government or industry developmental programs. And then the fifth one was other. And that basically indicated that we were pretty sure we weren't going to be able to characterize every single one of these reports in the various categories that we'd identified, because frankly, we were not able to understand everything about it. And
adverse and hostile conditions.
Okay.
As we get ready.
Let me hit pause. Let me come over here. Let's see. Let me talk to a few people here. There are so many things we just don't know. You are right, Brandy. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to turn it off. I thought that was, very important. And I wanted to, just show you guys what is going on. Because, again, you have, the Vatican, the DNI, the military, the Pentagon, the government, our president, the head of the DNI, the DOD, politicians like Marco Rubio, Harry Reid, all these people coming out and saying we are not alone, and at a minimum, like I said, they're backed in a corner. At a minimum, they don't know what it is, so they're saying the quiet part out loud. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And again, people always ask me, about disclosure. And I say, I think we've already had it, big shout out to Stephen Greer, with the project he did. Maybe it started there, but we live in a world now where there's too much technology. You can't hide anything anymore. You can't lie about it. Too many cameras, too many phones, too many whistleblowers, too many people, they want to know, where do we come from? Where are we going? What's out in the universe? I mean, now they're going to launch, the telescope out there, the James Webb telescope, to kind of replace the Hubble telescope. And I think we'll get a lot of answers from that. Eventually we'll make it to the moon, back to the moon with the Artemis project, and we're going to Mars. So everything's lining up. Basically, the stage is being set for our government to tell us that we're not alone. Okay, so there you have it. You couple that, you marry that with all the proof out there, from people on YouTube, small creators, shout out to like Secure Team 10, Underbelly 2.0, guys, people like that are really trying to get to the truth out there. The Black Vault is another great source. If you guys want, the real UFO information, definitely go look at the Black Vault. Probably one of my favorite guys out there. As far as like, the real, UFO reporting goes. So, I think it's up to us, up to you, up to me. And again, they're saying the quiet part out loud. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna play my little outro music. Brandy, AEOIOU. Yes, Project Bluebeam. Alexander, how are you? Elizabeth, good night. Brandy, good night. Susan, good night. Maxime, good night. Here, let me get a little music to lead us out for the evening. How about that? What the hell am I doing? Here we go. I got it, guys. I'm learning. 1 minute, 1 minute. There we have it right there. My flock, how are you doing tonight, my friend? Okay, uno momento. Boop. Okay, think I got it. And again, you guys, I'm gonna be going live like twice a week. There's gonna be no clickbait, no bullshit. Just the truth, the real deal. I don't want your money. I simply want to get to the truth, plain and simple. Can you guys hear that? Yes or no? Probably not. Let me close it out. Do you have a set schedule? Yes, I'm going to announce it pretty soon. I don't want to commit to anything right now. Thank you, my flock. I appreciate the 99 cents, plural. Yeah, I don't know it right now, AEIOU, but coming soon, my friend. Hang on, I'm trying to do something, on the job here. You guys have to give me a minute. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, how about that? Can you guys hear me? Yes, no music. I don't know what the hell I'm trying some new things. We're coming to the end here, so I want to experiment with a few things before I go. Thank you for helping me out, Maxime. Is it Maxime? How are you? No music. Yes, yeah. I don't think you'll hear any music right now. Let's see. Yeah, what you have to do, you have to go to whatever it is, I want to show you guys, and then I have to add it to the live, basically. That's what I'm doing right now. You can't see what I'm doing, but it's what I'm doing. All right, there we go. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, we'll skip that. We'll go back over here. All right, we'll try one more time. If I don't get it this time, then I'm going to give up. There we go. See, guys, look, I'm already a pro. And boom, right there. This is my music. This is my good night music. My thank you music. Can you guys hear it? Yeah, you got it. Thank you, Brandy. That's right, Xander. Never give up. Peter, how are you? Troll Patrol, how are you? All right, everybody. Thank you. And good night.